Hey,
Hello.
how are
Hi.
you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I know y'all told me to be in a perfectly lit area. I hope I got enough light on me.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. You look
We're
great.
good?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep, all good. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ambitious Amplified. I'm Anais, and today we have a very special guest joining us. Please give a warm welcome to Brianna Nicole. It is
Hey,
truly such a
y'all.
pleasure. It's truly such a pleasure to have you here. Let's start by diving into your background, into your journey, into the world of music and entertainment. Are you able to tell us a little bit about how you got started and what inspired you to create music?
Uh, okay, so I've been doing music like practically all my life. I started writing when I was 10 years old. I
Oh
was
my goodness.
inspired by my family though, like all of the guys around me, my big brother, my
Hmm.
male big cousins, even my father, like everybody raps. So, I just kind of like had this, only girl that picked up around me. So, my big brother, my like a big brother too. So I was just growing around it. So it was kind
Hmm.
of inevitable for me.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Your creativity and talent really shine in all of your work. Are you able to tell us a little bit about your creative process and how you approach writing and producing music?
Um, I I don't I wouldn't say that I have like a specific process. I can say the most comfortable places to for me to write
Hmm.
is I'm sorry, 1 second.
No worries.
I can say the most creative places for me to write though is bathtub and driving. Those are
Mm.
my most therapeutic moments. Like if I'm driving, I'm going for a long ride, sitting in the bed, like my mind. Most part though, I'm always thinking like things just
Mhm.
kind of like come, and then I'm always like, oh, let me jot that down before I forget. So that's what it is. Ironically, I don't do well writing in the studio.
Mm.
Like, I mean,
Oh,
I have
interesting.
done it plenty of times, but
Hmm.
that's not what I prefer.
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes total
Yeah,
sense. And are you
yeah.
able to share one of your favorite creative projects that you worked on, whether it be a song or something else?
My favorite. That's hard to say because I'm so hands on with like every aspect of my craft.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it be creating the beat, like I don't make beats, but
Mm-hmm.
I do know like when I write songs, like I do have idea in mind, and
Yeah.
I'm right there hands on, like, ooh, my shout out to my producer K Star, but I'm right there with him over his shoulder, like, brother, can we add this, can we add that? But I will say most recently, my song Big Boy, we wrapped up the video shoot 2 days ago, and
Oh, cool.
I directed the video myself,
Oh, amazing. Wow.
and it was so much fun. So
Mm-hmm.
far, I would say like so far that would probably be one of my favorites. I
Nice.
like to be in the process of creating the visuals. That's It's
Mm-hmm.
just so much fun to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Was that your first time directing, or have you directed anything before?
No, late. I have directed quite a few of my own videos.
Oh,
Not all,
nice.
but quite a few. I do.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you I tap into like everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've directed quite a few of my videos. But this one was a lot of fun. This was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fun.
I'm sure it sounds like so
It
much
was green
fun.
screen. I always enjoy green screen
Oh,
videos. I'm
nice. Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, those are so fun. Um, Okay, now you talked a little bit about how you started rapping at just age 10. You were the first female
Hmm.
rapper on AAU's label by 15. Can you tell us a little bit about what that was like for you and what inspired you back then and how you've kind of evolved as an artist since then?
Well, actually, okay, so at 15, I was in the studio, but AAU wasn't founded yet.
Ah,
AAU came about when I was about 17, 18.
okay.
So at 15, I was in the studio, but so here's where the discrepancy comes. My dad founded AAU.
Okay.
So I was in the studio already um,
Mm-hmm.
on my own. And
Mm-hmm.
then my dad kind of just like I said, my big brother rapped,
Mm-hmm.
my cousin rapped. They were just like I was the one that encouraged everyone to take it serious. So my cousin at the time he was locked up when I was about 15 and I was in the studio. My cousin was locked up. My brother wasn't too much taking it serious. It was just me in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Then my cousin came home. My cousin came home and so around when I was like 17, 18, he came home and was like, and I was just like, y'all got to get in the studio. Like, I really want y'all to take it serious. I've been recording and da 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 da. And that's when my dad got behind us, and he was just like, I'm gonna put the money behind y'all. Let's do it. And he
Mm-hmm.
got us a studio and an in-house
Nice.
engineer, and there it was. So, but being the only girl was challenging,
I'm
very
sure.
very challenging,
Yeah.
especially when you're young and you're the only girl of
Mm-hmm.
like your family, you're related to all of these men, so
Mm-hmm.
everybody is like super protective. So when I'm starting to grow and become a young lady and tapping into
Mm-hmm.
my sex appeal and just trying to find my identity,
Yeah.
yeah, they wasn't so supportive of that part. So
I'm sure. Yeah.
so yeah, it was a lot of it was really challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loved me as an artist, but when it came to like my image, that became a problem.
Mm-hmm. And how were
But
you
I wouldn't
able?
trade it for the world. It was fun.
Awesome. How were you
Yeah.
able to navigate for our viewers listening those challenges and overcome them?
Just not stopping. Just
Mm-hmm.
just just pure ambition and determination.
Absolutely.
Just not giving up. Like I butted heads with everybody, my dad, my brothers, like
Mm-hmm.
because I've always had a vision for myself. Even when I was
Absolutely.
younger, like even in those days when I was just a teenager, like I've always been hands on with everything. So I
Mm-hmm.
would have certain visions for how I want certain videos to look, or how I want certain photo shoots to look. Oh, shoot. We good?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all good.
So so just how I wanted certain things to look as far as like visuals, photo shoots, or even just how I wanted things to go, what songs I wanted to put out at certain times. So yeah, it was just not giving up on myself and my own vision, and that kind of made everyone just kind of
Mm-hmm.
follow suit because they was just like, yeah, I know how Bree is, like it's her way or no way, or just she
Yeah.
ain't gonna stop. So yeah, that's just pretty much it. Just as an artist, knowing what you want and not giving up on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, that makes total sense.
yeah.
Now, you're featured on quite a few tracks, such as Exotic Dancer and Money Money with John Blue and Ghost the King. What were these collaborations like for you, and do you have a favorite collaboration that you've done?
Those are so long ago. I've done so many collabs since then, but as far as that particular project, what was the Exotic Dancer?
Mm-hmm.
And what other song did you say?
Money Money with John Blue.
No. Money Money was just me. but
Oh.
it's on a project that we all featured on. So
Oh, okay.
I had Exotic Dancer with John Blue. Money Money was just me. Money
Okay.
Money is my baby. Money Money is my baby.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
is one of my favorite songs, and that song
Hmm.
is like that song is over 10 years old, and it's still one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Um, but what you're referring to was a whole project. So it was a label mixtape. We were all on a label together.
Hmm.
And it was a whole mixtape. So if I would have to tell you how I felt about the project in its entirety, I love it. Like it has a lot of sentimental value. That project was dropped before Ghost passed away.
Hmm.
So it was like one of the last projects we were able to do together. So, and it's the first and only, the one and only project that we all did together.
Oh,
So
nice.
that project just has a lot of, it means a lot, not just to me, I think to everybody, to all of us. It means a lot
Hmm.
to all of us because it was the one time that we all came together and worked on a whole project.
Absolutely.
Um, it's funny because the song Exotic Dancer, the project was called Loyalty is Royalty. Exotic
Mm.
Dancer is a song by John Blue featuring me that's a part of the project.
Hmm.
Um, and I wasn't crazy about that song. I wasn't crazy about that song, but me and Blue had no records together. I
Okay.
personally thought that song didn't fit me. I thought that he nailed it by himself, but we had no
Hmm.
songs together, and the project was wrapping up, and it was just like everybody was like, "Bree, we could hear you on that," so I just hopped on it. So that was
Oh,
yeah, that's how that
that's
came about.
nice. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Do you have any dream artists that would be just like your dream to collaborate with them and create a song in the future?
I do, but I have so many.
I'm sure, yeah, it's tricky to choose.
I do. I have so many though.
Hmm.
Let me see. For right now, I really want a song with Cash Doll.
Mm.
Like, I really want a song with Cash Doll, and I got my fingers crossed for that. Like, I believe in it. I'm claiming it. So right now, that's my goal. I want a Cash Doll feature real bad.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right. Now you talked a little bit about advice you'd give earlier, but do you have any other specific advice you would give to an emerging female artist joining a male-dominated rap collective?
Um. Well, I feel like it's no longer a male dominated industry.
Hmm.
We have
Absolutely.
more female artists doing rap than ever um
Hmm.
in the industry right now. Um and then we have so many different avenues for, for females to, just pop their shit. So it's just like, it's not to me it's no longer a male dominated industry. But if I had to give any advice,
Hmm.
it would be, I know it sounds cliche, but I stand by it. Just don't give up on yourself. Just don't give up. It's your dream. It's nobody else's dream. It's nobody else's job to support you, not your friends, not your family. Some of the most support comes from strangers. And to me, that's really what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because your
Yeah.
family and friends, most of the time, if you have a good support system as far as family and friends, they're going to support you no matter what. But when you got that unfamiliar ear,
Hmm.
um, you have, those supporters that don't know you personally. They're not biased. So they're gonna then you get to really see like like whether or not you're good, or whether or not, this song is worth pushing. It's just like you want to tap outside of the family and friends support circle that you
Hmm.
that you have by default. You know what I'm saying? But my
Absolutely.
advice would be just not to give up on yourself. It's nobody else's job. If you got to get out and you got to go to these shows by yourself, and your friends and your family, they're tired, they don't want to come out with you, hey, get out there, get on that
Mhm.
stage, and walk away with some new fans. That's it.
Mhm.
Just give it your
Mhm.
all. It don't matter how long it takes.
Absolutely. That is
Yeah,
wonderful advice for
yeah.
the people listening. Oh, um, so sorry. And then, how are you able to turn some of your most personal experiences into lyrics and songs that resonate with your audience?
Oh man, that's a good question. I have been rapping for such a long time, and it took
Mm-hmm.
me so long to even be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, this that's a new skill for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I can't really say how I'm able to do that. I feel like that's something that God has blessed me to be able to grow into.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always been a person that puts hurt and trauma and stuff, or things that I can't change in general. I put those things in the back of my mind and I keep it moving.
Yeah.
But now it could also be a part of just experiences, and it just life experience and growing and maturity,
Mm-hmm.
because I appreciate my journey. I look back at everything that I went through, and um where music is now, where the genre of hip hop is now, I feel like there's an open lane for artists like myself who want to really rap and or
Yeah.
lyricists. If there's a lane for
Mm-hmm.
lyricists. That's the
Mm-hmm.
perfect word. There's a lane for lyricists now. So
Mm-hmm.
now, um I'm able to talk about those types of things, because I know that somewhere there are people out here that want to hear that, because they're tired of what music sound like now. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot of things that kind of make me be able to put my life into my music. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
components to that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It makes total
Yeah.
sense. And on the topic of you being a lyricist of your own, do you have a specific set of lyrics that were particularly transformational to you as an artist that you've come up with?
Oh, I have a song called Middle Fingers Up, and it's
Mm-hmm.
actually from the project that you referenced earlier, the
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty Royalty Project with John Blue and Ghost the King and myself. Um, there's a song called Middle Fingers Up, and I've done so many songs before then and since then. I think that is the song that really encourages me and pushes me to keep going. It's very motivating and inspirational. The hook says, middle fingers up, cause I don't give a fuck. Haters gon' hate, but y'all do y'all. I don't care at all. You know Nikki gon' ball. This is all I do. Feeling like fuck you too. Middle fingers in the air, cause I don't fuck with you. There's a bar in that song though. There's a bar in that song, and I don't know why all of a sudden I'm having a brain freeze. But there's a bar in that song that says, I gotta replay the hook in my head,
Yeah.
because I love that bar. It's so we're gonna come back to that. I gotta think
Okay.
of that bar.
All right. Take your time. No worries. Okay, now Chicago is deeply rooted in your work as a musical artist. Have there been any specific moments or places in Chicago that have inspired your music?
Yeah, my neighborhood.
Mm,
I'm from a
nice.
small area called the Hole.
Mm,
Um, and it's on Fifth Avenue in Millard.
okay.
And most like I mean I was born and raised there. That's my family. That's where I started music. That's where most of my support comes from.
Hmm.
So yeah, if I had to pick any place in the city, um that has inspired my music. It'll definitely be my neighborhood, my hood,
Hmm.
my my own
Absolutely.
people. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
completely get that. That's
yeah.
wonderful. Chicago also has a really rich rap lineage. How do you feel that you fit into that and contribute to that legacy?
Um, would it be weird if I said I don't know? Like
No.
I don't really. Hmm. I don't feel like I have the traditional Chicago
Mm,
sound.
absolutely, yeah.
That's one.
Hmm.
Two, I don't feel like Chicago as a city has shown me enough support for me to say that. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I love my
yeah.
city. Don't get me wrong. I love my city to death.
Hmm.
But in our city, it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not
Hmm.
even what you can do, it's who you know. So, I mean, that's just
Yes.
the city that we live in.
Yeah. Hmm.
So when it comes to like, when it comes to that, I don't really feel like I personally can speak on that.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't
Hmm.
really, yeah.
That's
I feel
completely
I
understandable.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you have to step outside of home or step away from home and go make your dreams come true in
Hmm.
return. I personally feel like when I go other places, I get the most love. So
Hmm.
I don't want to discredit anyone else or downplay any of the support that I actually have. But if we're
Hmm.
talking about like the city in general, I don't feel like I fit into that
Yeah.
personally. Now the label I come from, AAU, I feel like we have definitely as a label and as a group put on big time. We were making a lot of noise back when back when we had the streets, but
Hmm.
I was not one of the artists that were being pushed at the time. So
Mm. Okay.
we can speak on AAU, and what the label contributed it as a label and as the other artists that were on the label. But when it comes to Brianna Nicole or Brita King, I don't feel like I've stamped it
Hmm.
enough.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah, that's completely
Yeah.
understandable. That is such a great answer. Um, and did you have a moment in your career, or maybe you haven't yet, where you felt like the first like sign that you were truly rising, like maybe it was landing a really great stage performance or a moment like that in general?
Um, yeah, I love the stage, so I'm always
Hmm.
kind of happy and excited with my performances because I don't too much
Yeah.
leave the stage
Hmm.
um without being satisfied.
Yeah.
But I just recently did a show in New York,
Oh, cool.
and
Awesome.
I think I would have to say that that was one of the most gratifying
Hmm.
performances for me
Okay.
because because a I've always since I was a kid, right? Since I was a teenager, I've
Hmm.
always been told that I had like an East Coast type of sound.
Okay. Yeah.
My voice, my choice of beats, everything. Like I've always been told that. Like I remember being a teenager and people saying like I sound like I'm from New York, and I remember like not understanding like what does that sound like,
Hmm.
like what.
Absolutely.
And then as I grew up, I started to hear what they meant, right?
Hmm.
And I think it's because I started rapping during an era where New York was like dominating the industry. So that's
Mm, yeah.
probably why I sound like that. But so I've always heard that. So this was my first time being able to perform on the East Coast. And when I got on stage, I they showed me so much love. So, I've had bigger shows, but
Hmm.
to be there where everybody has always told me I sounded like and I fit in there, to
Hmm.
actually be there and perform and get that get that love,
Yeah.
and they
Mm-hmm.
received me so well. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
very sentimental to me. So
Yeah.
that I would have to say that was one of my favorite
Yeah,
performances.
I'm sure that was incredible. It sounds so
Yeah.
heartwarming. Where do you see yourself going in the next 3 to 5 years? Like, what is the big picture? What's your biggest dream that you may have?
Oh my God. I don't want to be a local star.
Mm,
I want to be
that's great.
iconic. I want to be iconic. Like I'm in go mode. Like I'm literally reaching for the stars. Like I
Absolutely.
I,
Yeah.
I really don't I try to tell myself, right, I don't have a vision
Mm,
for where I'll be in 3 to 5 years, because I want God to take me somewhere that exceeds my expectations. I want to
mm,
go past what I can imagine. That's
yeah.
that's what my goal is. Like, so I'm
Oh,
literally on this journey, just for the ride, just like wherever I end up, like God take me there. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
the fun part about it. I want to go past where I can imagine being in 3 to 5
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I really, really wish you the best of luck in that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have any big musical influences, and how have they shaped your unique storytelling and artistry?
Um, I would have to say, um, all the female artists from like the 90s and the 2000s, like,
Mm-hmm.
but I would have to say Kim and Foxy, hands down. Like
Mm, yeah.
Lil Kim and Foxy Brown, hands down. They like, I remember being a kid, and just loving their sound, just loving they how they held their own on every song, even if they were on the song with men. Like, I love that they literally had bars and they could really, really rap.
Mm,
They,
yeah.
their lyrics were just outstanding, immaculate. So, and then their looks were everything. And I
Mm,
kind of, I'm in love with 90s fashion, 90s beauty. So, I feel like a lot of their image, a lot of their sound, I carry with me. I feel like I have a lot. I possess a lot of, what they brought
hmm.
to the industry back then. So it would
Yeah.
definitely be Lil Kim and Foxy Brown.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's just so
So shout
wonderful.
out to them.
And you were talking a little bit about their songwriting. Are you able to walk us through your songwriting process and what that looks like, how you come up with lyrics?
um, well, like I said earlier, I like to write in the tub,
Hmm.
and I like to write on the road, like when I'm driving. I feel like
Absolutely.
when I'm stuck in traffic,
Hmm.
when I'm, just, or if I'm on the highway and I'm going on a long ride, like all the best lyrics come to me when I'm in the car driving or when I'm sitting in the tub. But on lighter note, I'm sorry, I keep getting text messages.
No
But
worries.
on another note, like I feel like ideas come to me all
Hmm.
throughout the day, for the
Yeah.
most part. It could be just the most random time, and
Hmm.
an idea may pop in my head, or the most random thing may make me think of an idea. So I'm always pulling my phone out, typing stuff in my notes, and that's pretty much how I do it. Like,
Hmm.
I type a lot of bars in my notes, or whatever it is I think of, whether it's a hook or whatever. I
Yeah.
type in my notes a lot in my phone. And
Hmm.
then sometimes if I'm in the studio and I have to write a verse, I might go back to a set of notes that has just a lot of little random bars, and then I put them together. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm I'm always jotting stuff down in my notes.
That's awesome. And do you feel like there are some particular themes that you continuously find yourself returning to, or is it just random, kind of whatever you're thinking about at that moment?
Yeah, it is. It's always
Mm,
just kind of like random, whatever it is. Um, I like different styles of music. I don't like to put myself in a box. if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So,
of course.
you know, I don't like people to say, you know, are you a drill rapper? Are you a gangster rapper? Do you only make club bangers? Like, I, as long as I like the beat, I'm gonna go with it. As long as I can feel it. I mean, because we all have different moods, right? We
Hmm.
have different moods. We have different sides of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I don't like to put myself in a box. Just, you know, if I like the track, then we're gonna roll with it. However it makes me feel. However it makes me
Absolutely.
feel. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's great. And is there a specific process or a mindset that you get in before a day in the studio? Do you have a specific routine at all?
No, no, I don't really have a specific routine. Like I said, I love to write before the studio. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the studio, I don't know, I feel like pressured, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like pressured, like when I write at home, I got time to
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like okay, put this down, revisit it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, blah blah blah. Now, like I said, I have written in the studio plenty of times, but I
Mm-hmm.
prefer writing, and so normally my routine is like already having things written out or whatever, and I'm practicing before I go to the studio. So on my way there, I'm, you know, rapping over and over what it is I'm going to record,
Mm-hmm.
because um people may think that, you know, as an artist we go in the booth and we just, you know, rap what we know that we're laying down, but you do a lot of different takes, because
Yeah.
my voice got to be right. So I play with my pitches a lot, you know, when it comes to my
Mm-hmm.
voice and how I want to say things, and if I want to um, emphasize certain things. So I'm always like practicing like that, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing more than that when it comes to routine. No.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
And is there a specific message that you hope your audience takes away from your songs or the lyrics that you are writing?
Um. Not us. Other than keep going. That's it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in a space now. I just returned back to music last year after being gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so right now, my goal is to tell my story through my music and through my interviews, tell my journey, tell, you know, what I've been going through throughout the time and the years that I was away.
Mm-hmm.
Some things I was going through before I even took a step back, and, you know,
Oh,
people
wow.
didn't know it. So when people hear my story and hear my music, I want people to walk away knowing that there are going to be dark times, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. I want
Mm-hmm.
people to walk away knowing, like, don't give up. It took Brianna a long time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna happen overnight. I want people to hear my story and be like, man, it don't matter how long it takes. As
Yeah.
long as the passion is still there, as long as you're still waking up every day, keep
Mm-hmm.
going. Don't allow anyone to tell you it's too late, give it up, you're washed up, none of that type of stuff. If the passion is still there, the talent is still there, the work ethic is still there, keep going. That's it.
Yeah.
How
That's
no matter how dark or how hard it gets, that's it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that is some great advice
Yeah.
for every artist out there. Okay, now as we wrap up, I thought it'd be fun to play a little game of an artist this or that. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
ask you a few this or that
These
questions.
kind of scare me.
Oh no, don't be scared. Okay, freestyle or written verse?
For me, written verse, only
Mm,
because I can't freestyle, but some people can, like,
that's
and
right.
I love that. But yeah,
Yeah. Studio session at midnight or at sunrise?
midnight.
Midnight. Solo track or group collab?
Oh, that's hard because It's hard because these days I'm just starting to enjoy group collabs. Like I've
Uh,
never really cared for that before, and I still love solo stuff because I hear things and I kind of be like, nobody's gonna do it how I hear it. So
Hmm.
I start writing and I don't leave room for nobody else.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to like collaborating with people more. Like I never used to do that, and so many people used to tell me like, Bree, you gotta collab with people. You gotta, you know. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I enjoy both. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. That's understandable. Okay. Intimate club show or a big festival stage?
Wait, one more time. You kind of glitched.
Oh, sorry about that. An intimate club show or a big festival stage?
Big festival stage.
Mm,
I
absolutely.
don't know why it's weird, but I'm a lot more nervous when there's less people in the room than I am when there's
Oh,
a lot of people. It's so
I
weird.
see. Yeah. Do you have a
Yeah.
dream festival that you'd love to perform at, like Coachella or Lala, one of them?
Yeah, I was about to say, hell yeah, yeah, both of those. Like
That's fair, yeah. Okay. High energy choreography or just standing center mic?
high energy choreography, but
Mm.
I can't dance. But it's a dream of mine. Like
Yeah.
I would love to learn,
Mm,
and because I
absolutely.
like I admire so much like artists that can be on the stage and deliver their lyrics and still dance. Like I want to learn how to dance.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's an awesome time. All right, notebook and pen or the voice memo app?
definitely the voice memo over notebook and pen, but I don't use either or. I like to use the notes.
Mm,
So
makes sense. Yeah,
yeah.
I love the notes app. Okay. A laid back Chicago rooftop songwriting session or an LA sunset studio session?
A laid back Chicago rooftop session.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've never done either one, but I
Mm,
would say an LA sunrise studio session. I would say
that's
LA.
awesome. Yeah. All right. The last is to that question. Would you rather collaborate with an icon or elevate a local rising star?
Um, an icon
Mm,
because
absolutely.
because 9 times out of 10, like whatever icon that you would rather is, I'm sure, someone you've always dreamed of working with,
Hmm.
right? So,
Yeah.
but I would definitely love to get in a place where I can reach back and elevate someone else's career because I'm sure, you know, someone believes in their self and wants this just as bad as I
Mm,
would remember that I did. So, but right now, yeah, I would love an iconic collab. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that makes total sense. All
yeah.
right. Now, wrapping up, I just have a couple of more questions left to ask you. What does ambition mean to you?
Ambition means perseverance. It means um it means believing when everyone else around you doubts you.
Mm,
When you know, it means doing it even when you have to do it by yourself. You know what I'm
hmm.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm right now living and thriving off pure ambition.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Um I mean it just means not accepting no.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great answer. It's wonderful. It's important to remember. All right. Now, before we wrap up, is there anything exciting that you'd like to share with our audience? Any upcoming projects that they should keep an eye out for?
Absolutely. So I have a new song called Big Boy.
Mm.
It is a sample from Nelly and the Saint Lunatics Air Force Ones back in the
Yeah.
early 2000s. I'm
Oh,
sure
awesome.
everyone would definitely appreciate the nostalgic
Mm.
energy.
Hmm.
And I love the song. I love the original song, so I really had fun the doing the cover for it. And that song's out now. It's available on all
Oh,
platforms. You guys can go download
awesome.
it. I just wrapped up the video 2 days ago, and that will be dropping on the 13th of this month. And I'm
Nice.
just so excited about it. The looks in that video, the just the
Hmm.
settings and all the scenes, it just was a lot of fun. So And I
Yeah.
directed it. So I'm excited about that. I want you guys to
Oh,
really stay tuned because that's going to be very entertaining to watch.
yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And
Thank
well,
you.
we will be sure to keep an eye out for all of those. Before we say
Thank you.
goodbye, where are our viewers able to find you to stay updated with you and your music?
Okay, so you guys need to go follow my Instagram. I am Brianna Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Brianna is spelled with one N. That's Briana. Nicole is spelled with an H. Nichole. I am Brianna Nicole. Make sure you guys follow me because I follow back. I am
All right.
not too stuck up. I follow back. Follow me.
All right, awesome. Thank you for joining us today, Brianna. It has been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, and thank you guys all for tuning in. Don't forget to follow I am Brianna Nicole and Ambitious Entertainment for more content. And until next time, take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you. Bye.